Hey everyone, this is Lukas Schwegendiek. Today I want to talk to you about a post that I wrote earlier in May called Become Interesting, Fill Your Life with Passion. And the point of this post was, I think I got a question on Quora about how do you attract people? And the truth is that often people are attracted to the qualities that they wish they had themselves. In most cases, this is either joy, passion for life, purpose, drive, self confidence, things of that nature. And when we portray these things ourselves, that's when other people come to us. That's when they're drawn in. That's when they want to have a piece of the cake that we're offering, essentially. But this goes even further than that, because we surround ourselves also with people that are similar to us. So, in a weird, I guess, twist of fate, it's when we act confident, when we are confident, we'll likely meet more confident people, because we'll go into situations more confidently, we'll talk more confidently, we'll generally be perceived more as confident, which means other confident people will approach us versus non-confident people. And this is just an example of the confidence, but that then creates people around us that also share that type, which then increases the chance that we become even more confident. Now, I hope that makes sense, because there's a power and a pain point with that, because the reverse is also true. That if we don't become interesting, if we don't become confident, for example, let's say we become pessimistic about life, and then we're going to gravitate towards other people that are maybe less pessimistic, but that are still pessimistic just as we are. Because for one, we surround ourselves with the people that are like us, but two, we surround ourselves with people that have a little bit of what we want to have. But they don't want to surround themselves with us, because they're reaching somewhere else. It's kind of like a sale. Like, you're trying to offer something that you can bring to the table that the other person will purchase, and they then give you money for it, and thing that you want. If one of you doesn't have something to offer, then of course you still maybe want their money or want their thing. But if they don't have anything to give you, then they'll likely not engage in that sale. And that's essentially what all relationships are like. Romantic relationships are even a little more complicated than that, but every relationship is based upon this give and take principle. Now, if you want to become really interesting, if you want to always have something to give, then you must fill your life with doing the things that you want to do. Be more selfish. And that's, I guess, the key point to this video today, is that it's that selfishness that then gravitates other people towards it. Not in the negative selfishness thing, right? Not in the elbow sense. You don't want to elbow people out of the way. But you do want to live your life in such a way that other people want to have a piece of that passion, that drive that you're having, that zest for life. And that's what will eventually make other people come to you. But to do that, you have to start thinking on your own about what you actually want. What do you want to add to your life? What would fill your life up to the brim with amazing things? Many people rely on other people or on chance to find these things to do. And that then makes them very uninteresting, because they don't really do that much. They kind of just waste their time away. If you, for instance, play video games or watch Netflix all day long, that's not that interesting. Right? It's nice to sometimes talk to a person about the show or about your favorite game, but that's about where it ends. If you, on the other hand, say that you're working towards a video game tournament with your friends, and you're actually improving quite a lot, and you're actually reaching some, prize pools with that might be interesting. But that's then getting more invested into it, right? Filling that part of your life, the video game aspect, with passion and purpose. The same way a book club. It's nice that you're in a book club, but there's nothing really about it. Or if you're doing a sport, if you're playing tennis, that's nice, but what else about that, right? Is that enough for you? And that doesn't mean that you have to go hard in everything that you do or have to drive to some purpose for everything that you do. But try to fill your life more and with the things that you do, try to get to the next level. Try to do a little bit more of that. Try to go outside your comfort zone. Join some concerts if you're playing a musical instrument. Join the local theater if you want to, if you're interested in that. Try to join a sports club or organize your own tournament or travel to go to tournaments. Not for the sake of winning necessarily, that's not what this is about. To become interesting, you have to give your life fluctuation, things that are happening, things that you can talk about. When we come back from a vacation, people want to hear what we did. And when we meet someone after 5 years, they want to hear what we've done in those last 5 years since we last spoke to them. Now, if you have things in that time frame that fill your life up, it doesn't have to be generally good things. You don't have to travel a lot. You don't have to be first place in this tournament. But you have to do some things. So you might as well be selfish enough to do the things that you want to do, because you'll stand behind those things. And that'll make it interesting anyway. For instance, if I tell you that I was at a Magic the Gathering tournament in Prague a couple years ago, that's a big deal, right? That's interesting. I went there, I participated. Now, I lost 9 games out of 11, so I didn't do that well. I went 2-9, but I did it, right? That's fluctuation. If I can still tell people that years later, and that's the interesting part. So, what are you doing? Where's your drive going? Where's your passion going? Where's your energy going in your life? Is it going into your work? Then what are you doing in your work? Where's that fluctuating? Where's that growing? Where's that improving? Are you pouring your energy into your video games? Okay, same thing. What about that? Where's that improving? What about your other hobbies, your families, your life overall? Where is your life going? Because once you have that full life, once you're a bit more selfish and do the things that you want to do and really go for the things that make you feel fulfilled, suddenly you have stuff to share with other people. Suddenly there's things to talk about. And you'll start to notice that people will gravitate to you more because you're actually making stuff happen in your life. You're actually doing things. And that, in no small part, is what draws people to others. It's that drive for life, that zest for it, that passion that we used to have as kids that most people want back. And the best way to get that into your own life is to stop caring so much about what other people think you should do and start living your life more by your own rules. Start to think about what are the things that you want to do and then try a little harder in those things. Try to grow. Try to do a little bit more. Maybe it's time you picked up that Duolingo app again and learned that language. Maybe it's time you went and practice your instrument again to maybe join a concert or a band. Maybe it's time you picked up that sport again and really gave it a shot and see how far you could go. Or maybe it's time to learn something in some online courses so that you can rise in your company. Get some movement going in your life. Bring some passion to this life that is yours and live it more fully by investing more fully into the things that you're already doing. That's not only how you become interesting to others, but also how you feel more fulfilled yourself and how you'll lead more of a life actually worth living. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.